Okay, welcome to the ITIL for Scrum presentation. ITIL was originally developed by the CCTA, that's the Central Computer and Telecom Agency for the government of the UK, our buddies at the United Kingdom. In this, we're looking at the official definition, a framework of best practices for delivering IT services. But just to simplify and make it a little more clear, it's a project management methodology that tracks and prioritizes all work being accomplished by a project team. This was developed way back in the 1980s. So a quick story here. My first large IT project was back in about 1996, and I was just a young punk. Turned out to be a $17 million project. So this is a large project. And a very large Detroit corporation was endeavoring to modernize their management information system for their entire enterprise. Well, they originally had engaged with Ernst & Young, who was a very large IT consulting firm, still are. And they worked on this for about a year. And then this large corporation, the client, fired Ernst & Young. So our very small IT services firm, we bid on the project and we won it. The large corporation, I guess, was willing to take a chance on a small skunkworks type of IT services firm. And one of the first meetings I attended with the stakeholders of this large corporation, their senior management, they said, we want a project plan and we want deadlines. I remember this is back in 1996. So here's me, the young punk. This is basically a direct quote. I said, these are not deadlines. They'll be target dates in the project plan. I don't want to disrespect you by promising something that cannot be accurately estimated. Then I made the audacious comment, software engineering projects almost always encounter ugly surprises. Well, they basically responded that I was an evil mad scientist for making such a outlandish statement. However, that was okay because we delivered the system into production and the overall project was a majestic and glorious success. Yeah, so that statement by the young punk there back in 1996, that software engineering projects cannot be accurately estimated before the fact, turned out to be prophetically true. So here, the watershed landmark publication, published in 2001 by Ken Schwaber and Mike Beadle, showed that I was right. A lot of people, they say, well, if you're right, you shouldn't say I told you so. I told them so. I told them so. And then I thought this was funny. Here's a photo, actually on Amazon.com, I guess to entice you to buy this book. So Scrum is not that complicated. The beauty of Scrum project management is in its simplicity and its elegance. So here we have it, ITIL for Scrum. ITIL, they define 4 groups of people or 4 roles. And the first is basically the users of the system. Okay, the users, managers, stakeholders. And they're going to feed their feedback and everything they need into the IT department. So the IT department has 3 levels or 3 roles. Level 1 is what gets all the incidents initially. Level 2 is application support, and level 3 is the development team. So very similar to Scrum project management, ITIL is a set of simple, clean, elegant principles. So I looked on the internet for a presentation or some discourse or publication that would provide that, and I couldn't find it. So that's what we're doing here. We're just giving you a basic, full understanding of ITIL. All right, so let's walk through the steps of what happens here in real life. So the users, managers, and stakeholders, they have something that they need regarding the system. And whatever it is, they send it to level 1, and it becomes an incident. Well, what's an incident? Well, it could be as simple as a password reset request. It could be a question regarding interpretation of, hey, I got this report data, I'm not sure how to interpret it and how to use it. Might be a bug fix, could be a new system feature, and pretty much anything else. Now, ITIL, it's mostly for supporting production systems, all right, but it does apply very well to Scrum. And if you think about a Scrum project, how do we start out? Well, we have an initial product backlog, which is simply just a listing of everything that the system needs to do. And so these new system features in a new Scrum project, they go right into this framework and it fits perfectly for Scrum. So as far as bug fixes during the development stages, this first group can include the QA analysts on the Scrum team. So they may have anything that would happen in a production system, even though we're not in production yet. And they might have questions, they might have bug fixes, they might have new system features that they're identifying. All right, so continuing our real life walkthrough. Either the incident's going to be resolved and handled by level 1, level 2, or level 3. And I've color-coded them in light blue, medium blue, and dark blue. So the light blue here is level 1. So they get the original incident, whatever it is. And if it's something they could resolve right away, or it resides in the knowledge base, then they'll resolve it, and they won't have to bother the level 2 or the level 3 technologists. So that's the ideal situation, to have everything get resolved like that. That's the least expensive, and it's what we're hoping for. However, if the level 1 person cannot determine the resolution, now we're to the medium blue here, this is level 2. So it gets forwarded to level 2. They have more knowledge than the level 1 folks. And they're going to maybe research it and they'll get it resolved. They usually communicate directly back to the initial requester. Now, if the incident is routine, something that we anticipate we're going to run across again, then the level 2 technologist will document this and put it into the knowledge base. So great, now the next time that exact same incident comes up, it'll be resolved by level 1. Now, things don't always go according to plan. So sometime the resolution was in the knowledge base, but the level 1 technologists, they just missed it, okay? So when that occurs, the level 2 analyst could assist in training that level 1 person by directing them to the knowledge base, saying, hey, it was in here, you didn't have to bother the level 2 people, right? And that's going to happen, that's acceptable. Should be rare, but that's going to be something that we want the organization to know, that expect this, if it happens, here's how to handle it. All right, moving on here to the dark blue, which is the level 3 development team. So level 2 analysts, they look at this, they can't figure it out. So they refer it to level 3. They're going to do the same thing. They're going to research and resolve the incident. They're usually going to communicate directly with the requester. And again, if it's routine, something that we're going to encounter from time to time, they're going to document it, put it into the knowledge base, and now that could be handled in the future by the level 1 or level 2 personnel. So one of the most important aspects of ITIL is to protect the development team from interruption. Software engineering productivity and creativity is maximized when interruptions are mitigated. Yes. So now the knowledge base is going to be augmented, amended over time. If there's something in there that was documented and a level 1 person got it or level 2 person got it and like, I don't understand this, then you want to go in and amend the documentation. A lot of times when a technologist writes something up, it's not the best. So don't be shy to improve what's already in there. And this will improve the overall effectiveness of the organization. Okay, so thanks very much. There it is, ITIL for Scrum. That was part 1. I'll see you over in part 2, where we're going to talk about ITIL and how that fits in with DevOps as well as Scrum.